Ladies and gentlemen, today I have my first impressions of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and I'm gonna let you Zombies fans know how it is. I only played one match, so if you don't know how this works, there's 3 tiers in this open world map of difficulty areas. I basically stayed in tier 1 the entire time, but I got a glimpse into tier 2, and I managed to pick up perks, do some contracts, and upgrade my weapon, so I got a decent feel for how the mode's going to work. Now, up front, I'm gonna say I don't think round-based, like if you strictly like round-based zombies and you're a fan of that, you're probably not gonna like this. If you like DMZ, you're gonna like this, and if you like Outbreak, you might like this as well. This is literally, in the most literal sense, copy MW3 DMZ, paste, change the AI to zombies, and then switch out a couple of the objectives that are familiar from Outbreak. But the accepting the contracts exactly the same, the types of contracts will be exactly the same, and even to do the story missions, like, you unlock cutscenes by completing contracts. You go to your contracts list and you click like Story 1 or Tier 1, Act 1, and then you do all the kind of missions in there that it gives you. You can only do one at a time. You can only select one contract at a time to take with you into a match. So I basically just did the first one, which was simply spawn in, do something, complete a contract, and exfil. So I hopped in with a match. We did about 3 contracts and managed to pick up a perk, and I got decent variety amongst all 3 of those contracts. But as I can see, it's basically just like DMZ. You hop in, you complete some contracts, you exfil, and that's going to be kind of the gameplay route. Matches can last a couple minutes. If you literally just hop in, complete a fast contract, exfil, you're done. Or it can last for, as long as you want to stay in there and complete contracts, but there is a time limit of about an hour, I believe. And you're going to have to be doing these contracts even to unlock sort of the story missions, which is like towards the end of each of the sort of contract trees. A lot of the Cold War zombie stuff is brought over, so you might recognize like all the perks, all the field upgrades, except I don't think Ring of Fire is in. I don't know if they'll be adding it later down the line or whatnot. But by default, you're given Energy Mine, or at least I was, and it was actually pretty decent. It could help take down big bosses or groups of zombies. It's actually really good in this game, I can't lie. There is a bunch of other squads on the map with you. Me and my team actually we spread out. We did 3 different contracts in like a whole area of the map, and we never ran into anybody else until when we were finally about to exfil. We did run into another squad trying to exfil also. Another contract we had was just a bounty, so we had to go to a location and fight a mini-boss. Keep in mind, all of these were done in the Tier 1 zone, so it's a little bit easier and there's like less crazy bosses and stuff. But we got one of those like red mimics from like Cold War. They're like a bit stronger, so we managed to take them down. And when you're about the map, you can actually find perk machines. I think there's multiple ones at different locations. The only one I actually came across was Speed Cola, and I picked it up. And from what I've been hearing, Speed Cola may actually be like the best perk this time around, because armor plates help you out a lot more than Juggernog in this game. And Speed Cola makes you place armor plates extremely fast, like really fast, as you might see in some of the gameplay. So I guess that's just a helpful tip for you guys out there. And the third and final contract we did was actually just, we had to go to this place and pick up a vehicle and deliver it to sort of an extraction point for the vehicle. Not for us, but just for the vehicle itself. Upon the completion of each of these contracts also, a little portal will open up and be your reward, and each of your squad members can go and access the portal and gain a little prize from within. So in my case, I actually got sort of double pack upgrades, like Cryo Freeze, Shatter Blast, and one time I even got like a wrench to upgrade my weapon, so that was cool. There is random stuff you can come across as well. I believe there's even like mercenary hideouts you can go like find a key card and unlock, just like DMZ, and clean out the place of enemy AI soldiers and then loot it. And even like crack safes, just like DMZ, it's all kind of the same. But there is some random things you can come across, like you could find points just floating around the map or in different places. You could pick them up, sort of like Outbreak if you may remember. Bunch of loot and caches you could find all over the place, very similar to DMZ, even like, hidden caches that are like sort of like in the ground, sticking up barely. And you could also come across random buildings you may enter, and it has like cysts inside, and it's called a nest. And as soon as you go inside there, you're going to be gassed out, but you can go inside there and clean out all the cysts by shooting them, but zombies will begin spawning and the gas is damaging you slowly while you're in there, so you just have to destroy them all very quickly, then you get a free reward. Once I actually was able to pack-a-punch my gun though, I noticed it became a lot stronger here in the Tier 1 zone, like it was pretty much insta-killing everything. So when you're pack-a-punched, at least Tier 1, you're ready to go into Tier 2, but from what I've heard, the jump from Tier 2 to Tier 3 is much higher, So you're going to be spending probably a lot more time in Tier 2 setting up and getting more perks, more upgrades before heading into Tier 3 if you want that to be a bit easier on you and not just be absolutely steamrolled. But with that said, guys, I think it's a nice, fine, casual mode you can replay, and it's for the casuals, it's for the DMZ players and enjoyers, and it's a little bit different from Outbreak, so I'm not sure how strictly casual Outbreak fans are going to find this, but it is pretty fine, and I think DMZ players will enjoy it, of course, unless they prefer the PvP, which there's none of that here. But I'm not sure on its replay value. I can find this getting pretty bland after a while, you know, just go in, complete contracts, extract, go in, complete contracts, extract. So we'll have to see how it actually ends up going, but I can see people wanting to complete all the kind of contracts and story mission progression stuff, so I can understand that, and of course people will probably be going for the camo grind. One beneficial thing, and what I'm basically planning to do, is you hop into a match, you complete like tier 1 stuff, do a bunch of tier 1 stuff, get a pack-punch gun, maybe get some perks, just like I have, and then me and my squad exfilled, so then the next game I play, I plan to just go straight into tier 2, because you can bring in, you know, the stuff you exfilled with, you can bring in perks you exfilled with, and weapons you exfilled with, just like DMZ in a way, and I believe you kind of keep everything until you fully die out in a match and like your whole squad is wiped pretty much. You can also sort of unlock in-game materials to craft schematics in the menu to bring stuff with you into the match, so you could just like craft a perk, or you can craft like an ammo upgrade, or you can even craft a wonder weapon, but of course you have to unlock all that stuff and collect the resources for it to be able to craft it in the menu. And of course there is the mystery box you can find and just sort of get weapons on your own. But yeah guys, this was my short overview of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and basically it's DMZ but zombies, and we've already knew this, but I'm just throwing it out there for you guys, letting you know, strictly round-based zombies fans, you're probably not going to find too much enjoyment after a while in this. But at the very least, I can see myself hopping in and out of this mode from time to time, grinding out some of the progression and stuff like that. But with all that said, thank you all for tuning in, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.